Today on Down to the Wire, the stage is set. The groups are ready for the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Road to redemption. Canada refines its roster as it hopes to bounce back from a disappointing World Juniors. And that's December. Find out why the Maple Leafs are slowly falling off a cliff. Today is December 13th, 2013. I'm Andrés Franken, this is Shawn Da Silva, and this is episode 6 of Down to the Wire. And today we're going to start with the World Cup, our big story, and we'll quickly review all the groups that were drawn last week. So in Group A we have Brazil, Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon.
In Group B we have Spain, Netherlands, Chile, and Australia.
Group C we have Colombia, Greece, Ivory Coast, and Japan.
Group D we have Uruguay,
Costa Rica,
England, and Italy.
Group E, Switzerland, Ecuador, France, and Honduras.
Group F, Argentina,
Bosnia,
Iran, and Nigeria.
And Group G, we have Germany, Portugal, Ghana, and USA.
And Group H, we have Belgium.
Seriously?
Algeria, Russia, and Korea.
Apparently, Shawn is not very well practiced in flags and three-letter abbreviations of countries. Let's start with Group B. Not considered the group of death for the World Cup, but definitely a tough one. Spain, Netherlands, and Chile specifically. But we can't count out the Australians either.
It's going to be an intriguing first match of that group. Spain and Netherlands rematch. Everyone's considering Spain, but Spain's on the decline as of late if you have been watching them play. It's not the same Spain that we've seen for the past, 8 years now?
Yeah, like you said, matchup. First game in that group is a rematch of the World Cup finals 4 years ago. And I think those are the two teams that are going to get out of this group. Chile has a very good team this time around. They were impressive at the last World Cup. If you watch them play, they had some really exciting football going on. But I don't know. I think people are counting out the Netherlands too quickly. Spain is on the decline a little bit. They're still a very strong team. Still one of the favorites to win it. But I think those two teams are going to get out of this one.
Group D, this is going to be an interesting group with Uruguay, England, Italy especially. You got Costa Rica in there.
I'm going to go with Uruguay and Italy. I'm sorry to all the English people out there, English supporters. But England does not have a very good history with the World Cups. They have good players. It's just every World Cup, always something goes wrong. And, you know, it's like I don't believe that this is a pattern. It's like, oh, you know, England's not going to get through just because they always choke at the World Cup. But,
that's an understatement.
Well, they usually get out of the group stage at least. And we can't forget 66, the one time they did win it. But, I don't know. I think that Uruguay is too strong. Luis Suarez on a roll right now in the Premier League. This guy knows how to score against the English.
That's for sure.
So I think Uruguay is going to win in the matchup between Uruguay and England, which would be the second match for them.
Especially with Joe Hart in that. So.
Yeah, he's unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen with him in the World Cup. He might pull off a green, who knows. And Italy, a lot of people are counting out Italy, but if you look at their recent performances in the Confederations Cup and the Euro, they're picking it up. They have a pretty strong team also, so I think they can also beat England. So not looking good for them. Moving off to the official group of death, Group G. And I'll let you have this one, because Portugal's in there.
Every time Portugal has to be in the group of death.
That's not true. Last World Cup didn't have that difficult of a group, did they?
Brazil was in it.
That's it. The other two were like North Korea, and which beat like 7-1 or something.
The Euro, that group was interesting. Germany and Netherlands.
That is true.
So having Germany in it again, Germany is a favorite to win the World Cup this year, and it's gonna be a tough group for Portugal. I don't know what he's picking, but
I think Germany's gonna win it all. I mean, obviously, I would love to see Argentina win, but I think Germany is gonna take it. We'll talk about that later.
Portugal, Germany, that's going to be an interesting first game, and the winner of that game is pretty much expected to top the group, so obviously people are putting their money on Germany. But Portugal can pull off the upset, hopefully. It's very unlikely, but hopefully they can. Then you got Ghana and the USA. They can surprise as well. And it's going to be an interesting group. It's definitely the group of death to watch in this World Cup.
Ghana had a very strong World Cup, and I think that they can repeat it again. And USA, of course, always on the rise, slowly becoming a really good team. And with Jürgen Klinsmann, that's the coach, going to be an intriguing matchup. The last game against Germany, going up against his home nation.
Moving on to hockey in the World Juniors now, where interesting selections. Canada only called up 25 players as opposed to their usual 40, and leaving out three significant players that I believe should have been called: Shawn Monahan, Max Domi, and Darnell Nurse. And
Daniel.
I keep saying Daniel, I don't know why. Darnell Nurse, these three players did not get the call from Canada. However, Calgary Flames former GM, is willing to send down Shawn Monahan if Canada wants him. So that might happen, but Max Domi and Darnell Nurse aren't called by Canada, leaving some people wondering why.
Going back to Shawn Monahan for a second, the shake-up in Calgary, I guess, sort of going in Canada's favor, because this guy has been playing pretty well for a pretty terrible team right now. 15 points in the first 24 games as a rookie, not bad at all. The reason I think there's a lot of guys that aren't being called up is because Canada has so much depth in their forwards. They have so many centers: Max Domi, Monahan, Bo Horvat, all these guys, although Bo Horvat is on the team. Max Domi this season with the London Knights, already 35 points.
Darnell Nurse, last season, 68 games played, 41 points for a defender. I think the Canada could use a player like him playing defense. However, they do have a lot of depth, as he said, and hopefully they can bounce back and redeem themselves from last year's World Juniors, which I watched all of. It was dreadful when they lost in overtime, but hopefully with the team that they have selected, it's good enough to win the World Juniors this year. But if not, they're going to leave people wondering, why not Max Domi? Why not Darnell Nurse in that lineup? Leaving our last topic, as usual, our beloved but dreadful Toronto Maple Leafs lately.
Where to start with this? Let's actually start with the defense, because defensively the Leafs are just atrocious right now. They've outshot teams twice this entire season. And last time that they outshot a team against LA this week, still didn't win. And
actually, I think the two times that they have outshot the teams, they did not win.
They didn't win either one.
No.
These guys gotta start getting back on defense. Like, what else can you say? I mean, we always knew, like, at the start of the season that the Leafs were going to be really good up front and the questions were going to be at the back. But injuries have been hurting them up front, and at the back it's even worse right now with the defense. Your goalies can't save you forever. And gotta feel bad for Reimer and Bernier right now.
Yeah, for sure. Especially last night's game. Not all of Reimer's fault. In fact, I'm actually happy that he did not get the lost credit to him. Not to say that I'm happy that they lost, but Reimer definitely did not deserve that. And this is the second time it's happened in the season. First time against Columbus, they left it out to dry. And the coach, this time around, pulled him, which is a smart decision, because it could have gotten much worse. 45 shot average? It just keeps increasing. They've led at least 4 times this season, 50 shots they've given up. It's crazy numbers. Right? Yeah, it's crazy numbers for the Leafs to be giving up, and they need a shake-up somewhere. Maybe in their defense. They're not playing players like Morgan Rielly, young players that actually are playing decent hockey and making smart decisions. There's a lot of changes that need to be made. We definitely are missing Bolin in center, and we don't know when that's going to happen if we're going to come back. And it doesn't get any easier. We're playing Blackhawks on tomorrow night, Penguins on Monday.
Yeah, the schedule isn't helping at all, that's for sure.
Yep, we got the Coyotes, Red Wings, Rangers. They're all coming up in December. It's getting a little easiher.
Hey, we have the Panthers on the 17th.
Yeah, hopefully the Leafs can turn it around after December or even before December. They have the chance before the little Winter Classic. I hope you guys heard that. Winter Classic starts. So hopefully.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to the new year. That does it for today's show. You may notice that we've changed a few things. We're trying to improve our show, like always, and be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to give us more ideas.
Yeah, we're currently in the rebuilding process, so...
Like the Leafs.
Yeah.
Sort of. No, like the Raptors. Like the Raptors, always on the.
Well, the Leafs are gonna start that soon, anyways. So, yep. Happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.